All right, I gotta talk about this, even though you know God is telling me to stay out of this because I'm just a black man, an older black man, not after no ruckus. So don't come this way. I'm not interested. But I wanted to talk about what's going on in Chicago because the police allow this. So in Little Village, uh, you had some Mexicans last week making statements for black people not to come here, basically saying, don't come to Little Village because, there's going to be issues. And then, of course, some black people who didn't get the warning came there and they were attacked. Then you had some gang members, Bloods and Crips, who saw this and they showed up, and those same guys who issued a warning called for peace. So I look on World Star Hip Hop, and there's a guy from Chicago who is in tears, because black people were attacked in Little Village by Mexicans. And I've already talked about this before, but it seems to be, yeah, it's crazy. So, but it seems to think blacks and Mexicans live in the same area, so they've always gone at it over turf wars. Sometimes the drug wars, sometimes it's just pride. A lot of times it's over women. And we date each other's women, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes it's for country. So we're all being attacked by the white man. We are all being oppressed by the white man, by the system. Not all white people, but by the system that has been developed by white people. So, it's a crabs in a barrel type of thing, and we're all trying to get out of that barrel, and then we're climbing over top of each other. But we are all, as in blacks and Hispanics, Mexicans, uh, Puerto Ricans, people from those regions. We're all like we're all suffering the same thing. I don't understand how and I've seen signs held by Mexicans saying that they are white people. It's like, okay, I get where you're coming from because uh, Hispanic means Spaniards. You were invaded by the Spaniards, and you were actually dark skinned like me before you were invaded. You were Taino Indians. You were invaded. You were nearly wiped out and extinct. Your race was nearly extinct by the Spaniards. I think 87 million of you lost your lives. If you go look at Patrick Clutie and uh, you go look at if you go look at the story of the Taino Indians and how that all happened, it wasn't just for the gold. They actually believed that the white man was a god, and the god was named Tiamax. And what's really crazy is that same god is used in Dungeons and Dragons cartoons. If you go and look up the Dungeons and Dragons cartoons, you're going to find that there is a six-headed dragon. That dragon is named Tiamax. That dragon is also a female. But if you look at the story of the Taino Indians and who their god, who Tiamax was to them, it was a man, and it was a white man who swore to come back he was overthrown and he swore to come back in human form. He would look like a white man and come back and build up, their people again. So when they saw the Spaniards, they thought they were Tiamax. And so they allowed them to come in and take the gold, but the Spaniards were after conquering. They were even at one time, the Spaniards, where they had the numbers of ships, they were going to conquer England as well. So it was all divide and conquer, and whatever you can take is yours. And they killed the Taino Indians in the worst ways. And a lot of times, they didn't even kill them. They would just throw them into holes and these mass holes. They would be listen to them moan in pain, and they would take sticks and shove them up the woman's parts, and they would just do the most horrible things to them that you could imagine. They killed them in the most. It's just ridiculous. They love to watch them suffer. Is what I'm getting at. So claiming the white man and the blood that runs through you, claiming the white blood. That is not what you want to do. You do not want to be proud to claim that you have white blood in you, because the blood that's in you, that came from their side, is just so heinous. But the Taino Indians were killing each other off before the Spaniards even showed up. And they were doing it all for their god, their blood god. So there's just a whole bunch of messy history there. Um, Nonetheless, being American soils were brought there. Uh, you know, uh, we're foreigners, you're foreigners. Although some people are going to say there were always some Africans here, which, I think there were more Indians here, but they weren't Taino Indians. Well, they could have been Taino Indians, you know. Nonetheless, my point is the police are killing you guys just like they're killing us. And I can understand some beefs, because especially over women, women are causing beef in a heartbeat. There's always some fine lasagna out there playing both sides. There's always some woman who is trying to control both sides, and they both know both sides don't necessarily like each other. They know that both sides are hot headed, and if both of them get into a fight, it's just not going to be them two. It's next thing you know, it's going to be 20, 30 people, and somebody's going to lose their life. But women love to have that control, and they love to do that. They know it's going to happen, but they do it anyway. There's a lot of pride in staying with your own race. Stay with your own race, but it's just not going to happen because we mix in too many, it's just not going to happen. We live too close to each other. That's just the way it is. You know, you got all races mixing with each other. There's nobody pure anymore. It's just this. But as far as the loot is concerned, uh, everybody was looting. They were all races looting. You're not going to go and track down a bunch of white people and knock them off. You guys are not going to do that. You didn't issue a warning to white people. You issued a warning to people. Issue a warning to the Asians who were doing it too. Issue a warning to the Indian people who were doing it too. Issue a warning to the Arabs who were doing it too. Everybody who had a chance to loot, looted. Go ahead, issue a warning to the Italians. Go ahead, issue a warning to all of those people. But no, you want to issue a warning to us, and then the police are going to sit there and watch it happen. Let's be real. Look at the videos that were taken in your area in Chicago, and look at the different races that were in and out of these places. Just issue a warning to all races and call them out by name. I dare you. I dare you guys to do that. I dare you. You won't do it. You won't do it because Little Village will turn into a morgue. It will, real quick. But you attack a race that everybody else is attacking. People attack black people because it's easy to attack us. It's easy to oppress us because the white people already oppress us. Say something to the Asians. You think they weren't in and out of there? Go ahead and attack them and see what happens. Just see what happens. Go ahead. Say something to the Russians. Just get on there with all that talk about you don't care about their children, you don't care about their women, all that energy, and get on there and say something about the Russians. Say something about the Italians, the Albanians. Please, because all of these races coming in and out of Chicago. They're all in Chicago. So the chances of some of these races actually, their children actually in there looting, it's a good chance that that happened. It's a good chance that a bunch of those other races were in and out of these Walmarts, we're in and out of these Targets, we're in and out of all of these places. Go ahead and issue a warning to all of them. And do it by race. Just go right on down the line. All the races you know that live in Chicago. Start with the Italians. Just please, 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 please do it. Please, please go ahead. Please go ahead. Just start with the race who we know were in it. We know there were white people in and out of. We know we filmed them. We saw them doing it. Start with them and see what happens to Little Village. And see what happens to you guys. You guys will be eradicated instantly. Instantly. There will be nothing left of you. You will be wiped off the face of the planet. And go ahead, get puffed up and and think that it won't happen and open your mouth in the wrong way. Just one of you get on social media and say something reckless like that and see what happens. You won't do it. But you want to attack black people because everybody else is attacking black people. Cut that out. You guys are being oppressed just like we are. Cut it out. Stop acting like the police aren't doing you in. There's a reason why the police stood by and watched you do it. It's called Is the Enemy of the Enemy My Friend? That's why they watched you. You're still their enemy. Wake up. Wake up. You guys are 60 million strong. We're 40 million strong. White people are 245 million strong. You think they don't want to wipe us out? Us as in black and brown people? You think they don't want to wipe us out? They would love us to wipe each other out. A lot of your turf wars and drug wars, the police knew about it. But they're killing each other. Let them do it. Because they want to wipe us out. Our numbers are escalating. Their numbers are declining. They just love the help that they're getting. Even the KKK wrote a letter to Crips and Bloods thanking them for killing each other. They did that. Crips and Bloods were killing each other over, I don't know. I don't even know. I'm not a gang member. I don't mix with any gangs. I'm not interested. I'm just telling you people, man, wake up. We are all fighting the same war. But if you guys are going to be brazen enough to attack, you know, to attack us, a minority, and listen, I live next door to people from, Puerto Rico or, Mexico or El Salvador. I don't know where they come from. I don't. I don't. I say hello to them, they say hello to me. That's it. It's cool. Every now and then I'm moving something heavy, they'll give me a hand. When they need something heavy moved, I'll give them a hand. There's no bad blood between us. And the family that lived there before them were related to them, and we got along just fine. Talked every day. Hey, what's going on? Hey. Because I don't have an issue with none of them. They don't bother me. I don't bother them. And I'm not looking to make issues. They're everywhere. When maintenance is called, guess who comes? They come. I have an issue with them. I talk to them. They're cool with me. I went into one Mexican store and they said that we don't like black people. I never went in there again. I'm not going to go and do something to their store. They don't want me in there. That's cool. But you don't find black people saying we don't like Mexicans, don't come into our store. We don't do that because we know the value of community. You guys need to cut that out. Cut that out right now. It doesn't make any sense. I'm out.